julep, pop, 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 julep, pop, 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 julep, pop, 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 pop.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Mr. Levi.
שלום לכם, גבירותיי ורבותיי, הנה אנחנו יושבים.
He's already in, he went straight into it. Mr. Levi is a tour guide. Tell me about your tour guide business, Mr.
So a couple of years ago, I couldn't contain my passion and love for Israel and I needed to learn more about it. So I went to difficult 2-year course. Well, I finished the 2-year course 2 years ago and I opened up this business called Discover Israel Tour with Levi, where I show all beautiful places inside of Israel. I find the geographical locations of a lot of the biblical stories where they happen. I help create and strengthen your identity from basis of your belief, showing you the beautiful sights here in Israel.
And that's what we're going to do right now. So follow along, join. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun.
Go check it out.
Where are we now? We're in the Muslim quarter.
So right now we've just entered the Muslim quarter. There's no actual barriers between these quarters. You can just walk and turn quarters. It's important to go with a guide in these places, as Oriel said, so you don't get lost to start with, and also, to maximize your time here. You can just continue going in circles and you don't want to get scammed by the local merchants. We're going to go a little bit through the Cottan Market. So we'll learn a little bit about Islam, what it's doing here. Perfect, this is what we're doing. All right, we are right now in the Cottan Market, which is one of the main entrances to the Temple Mount. As you can see, this big entrance. Now we'll talk a little bit about Islam. 5 major pillars of Islam. You have charity. You know the other ones?
No.
Charity, fasting, going up to Mecca, believing in one God, and prayer. So these are the 5 pillars which every Muslim has to fulfill in his life at one time. Now, Jerusalem creates its significance in Islam from the 17th paragraph of the Quran called Al-Isra al-Maraj, the night journey or the dream of their Prophet Muhammad. He comes here on this donkey, which flies from Mecca to Jerusalem. He then goes up to heaven, comes back down, flies back to Mecca, and then tells the story to everyone. And then they were asked for proof, and he said he met 3 people on the way that gave him the proof. Umar ibn al-Khattab, the second caliph of Islam, he comes here and he recognizes this place of where that story happens. Now, Jerusalem's mentioned in the Quran over 40 times as a significant place, and also as a place as the place where God destroys the Jews or shows his anger on the Jews twice. Now, Al-Aqsa is the mosque which was actually built on the Temple Mount edge. Al-Aqsa could also mean on the edge of earth and to heaven. That is the kind of why it's called like that. We're just going to walk through the Cottan Market towards here and we're going to see the things that we have there.
So guys, there's like a whole bunch of sweets.
This is the real kind of local stuff which they have, which is the sweets.
They use a lot of like nuts and sesame seeds, and they put like a simple syrup on it, which a lot of it is quite healthy. They do douse it with like sugar, water.
Here we have Al-Quds University. So Al-Quds means the holy place, Al-Kadosh Kilo in Hebrew. So they recognize Jerusalem as the holy place, significant for the night journey, as we mentioned before in the Quran. We're going to go up here. It's got a nice Israeli name called Rachov Dudu, as we're going to check out part of the Muslim quarter. So what happens in the old city, more and more residents come, more and more people have kids, and you have an alleyway, and on top of the alleyway, they just build houses.
I'm fairly short. The lady before that, oh my gosh. Guys, I don't know. Can't take him anywhere.
So, here we are in the old city. What are you looking for?
Cotton.
אז אתם לא בכיוון. תלכו לשמה, עד השוק, ואז תלכו לפה.
Bye, babies.
The symbol that we can see in front of us is another one of those sabilis, which Suleiman the Magnificent then builds for Muslims to drink water on its way. And it has real marble, which you can only find in Turkey, so you can see it was very important, this place. So even though we're in the Muslim quarter, in the midst of the Muslim quarter, you have a lot of Jewish people who walk through it all the time.
So guys, that's like za'atar. Za'atar is it's like a spice, if you will. Sort of herby and spicy. And this is like burekas, cheese burekas, borgalar. Alan, kifak. Do you live here?
I live not outside.
Oh, not, but you work here.
My father lives here.
Why do you like Jerusalem? Masjid al-Aqsa.
Masjid al-Aqsa. Because I'm Muslim, I like old cities. But Masjid al-Aqsa.
What is it like to live with the Christians and the Jews in the same city?
اليهود؟ we can talk.
على كيفك.
على كيفك.
Okay, شكرا. يوم سعيد. We're inside of the Muslim Quarter, where we've just passed a yeshiva, a Jewish place of study, where we'll see the Jewish symbols as well. And right over here, we can see a Christian symbol as well. This is the 5th station of the Via Dolorosa. It's a path recognized as the path where Jesus walks with his cross on his way to his crucifixion. It's important to mention that in 2020 and 2021, Jerusalem municipality put 20 million shekel into making the old city wheelchair accessible. There's actually a map on the municipality website of the wheelchair accessible areas, and all of the holy places in Jerusalem are now buggy and wheelchair accessible, so you can come and visit. And if you like, I've run tours which are specifically wheelchair accessible tours, so don't let your age or your disabilities hold you back from coming to see these places.
Hi.
Here you have good coffee. والله بتستلم.
You want to adopt him?
He's so cute, but he doesn't like me.
We have his sister.
I can go inside and see the sister.
كيف
Are you
حالك؟
a baby?
أهلا وسهلا.
Oh, hi.
Actually, just 2 weeks ago, I came and I met the owner here and I sat to drink coffee with him. I asked him some of the questions. I said, I'm trying to learn Arabic. And he goes to me, the only way to learn Arabic is you come here and speak to me in Arabic. So, yeah, I have to show him my new Arabic words. But this is the Muslim Quarter area with a lot of Christian symbolism inside here. So, the 7th station of the Via Dolorosa, the path of agony, recognized where Jesus walks on, is here in front of us.
Guys, I've never been here. You have to be respectful.
So what's cool about these quarters is a lot of it's actually been dug out underneath people's houses, and there's even a new museum here, which is very cheap, 5 shekel entry, which can tell you how Jerusalem looked like during the Byzantine era. They have mosaics, they have a sesame oil factory there, dating 1,500 years ago. And the classic things that you would see there are these kind of drill holes thought to be either for water or for oil, and even you could see an indentation here where a door would have stood, closing up this specific place. Now, over here you can see part of the Roman city dating 2,000 years ago. It's very important to mention that this was a Jewish city 2,000 years ago. So you'd see classic things like mikvahot, purification rituals. You could see the size of those stones there with the rectangle inside of the rectangle dating back to the Herodian period. It's a little hard to tell without really seeing it with your own eyes. You'd see Jewish symbols, carvings of a menorah was found inside of the Jewish quarter from that period of time. Over 270 purification pools for mikvahot to go from impure to pure before you go up to the Temple Mount were found in these regions. And a strong presence of Jewish life is dominant here in the old city.
So you guys can see that things are
They sell rabbits.
open.
صباح النور.
Little babies.
شلها؟ قديش واحد؟ ثلاثين 35.
Are you buying a rabbit?
لا. استنى.
He's buying a rabbit.
هذا.
Wait, you're gonna raise a rabbit? Are you prepared to raise this rabbit? Okay.
شو اسمه؟
أرنب اسمه أبو مازن اسمه
أبو مازن. أبو يايرة.
أبو ياير
أبو يايرة.
وتيرتو
يلا يوم سعيد الله عليك. Rabbit some lettuce and some cucumbers soon so we could eat.
Guys, I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but he just bought a rabbit.
Looked like a very cute rabbit. Wanted to go buy it.
See, the old city this is like more than 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And people, we have special spirit
Yeah.
from all religions. So
Why? What's special about Jerusalem?
special, I tell you, because it contains the three religions actually.
Yeah.
We're talking about Christianity, Islam, and Judaism.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's gathering this. For instance, the spices. People like to get it from here, not outside, because they say they have a special taste for it. Yeah.
I agree. I think there's something special about this city. As you said, it's hard to say by words, but it runs in the veins. you know?
Totally. It's in the veins. Yes.
Where are we going?
We're going into the Christian Quarter, and we're going to start by going on the roof of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You haven't been to the little African village on the roof?
African village on the roof.
Have you not? So it's just behind this walls, the Ethiopian monk community, set establishment, and they have a little settlement there on the roof of the Holy Sepulchre. The Holy Sepulchre was 2 stories high. It actually got destroyed by Al Malik, and now we have a little African village here. Let's go check it out.
African village.
But really, these are Ethiopian monks who came here about 200-300 years ago, and they start settling the way they knew how to settle best. And they built these kind of shanty houses, as you can see. They didn't have electricity or running water for a very long time. Now they do have electricity, running water. So there's some benefits of living here. One is because they live in a holy place, they don't pay city tax. So that's one of the beneficial things. Another thing is they're really close to work. So if they have the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, they just wake up, they can head into work. Now this is a beautiful mulberry tree. It actually is the season now, but it doesn't look like this tree's blossoming too much for us. Let's have a look. Bagegel. But yeah, this is, as you can see, the destroyed second floor of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You can see how some of the arches would have covered us in this medieval style from the Crusader period. And they come to settle here in this little settlement. Mama Africa. Lovely mint. Maybe I'll give some to my newly rabbit.
Can they have mint?
See if he likes some mint. We're now going into the Ethiopian church. So the tour's completely taken a diversion today. Spontaneous decision to buy a rabbit.
I mean, look at that.
Seems to be very nice and soft and cute. I'm gonna go get it some food and some water so it can get strong, and a big rabbit. Hopefully it doesn't have too many babies. Yeah, but we're sitting outside of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Also a beacon and a symbol of an important Christian place where people come to do Christian pilgrim. This is the center of people's prayers and people's dreams of almost 2 billion people in the whole world. So this place has great significance for that. The expression of the people's emotions. When you come here, you can just see an outpour of relief or an outpour of hope which has been completed. Hebrew we say, "Hagshay chalamot," to agshim chalamot, to fulfill your dreams. And this is a place where a lot of people do fulfill their dreams when they come. They finish their journey by doing the path of agony, the Via Dolorosa. They do the 14 steps with the cross, they'll sing songs, and some people who really want to feel the agony that Jesus may have felt, they'll walk these last few steps into the Church of the Sepulchre on their knees, and they'll actually feel it. And here you can see people crying and expressing emotion on levels that people don't express on a day-to-day level in a public setting as it is.
Guys, it's like you can stop everywhere in the old city and just like stare at everything for hours. And also, people, please remember to bargain, because nothing is actually what they say it is worth. They mark it up like God knows how much
percent. And if you come with a
percent.
tour guide, I'll make sure you don't get ripped off. As that shopkeeper said earlier, who got a little bit into politics, that people are scared to come here because they hear war, they hear a war zone, and they don't want to come to this region. Where actually we've felt no hostility today, and it's been quite quite peaceful. Behind us is called the Church of the Redeemer. You want to tell us a little bit about the Redeemer, Oriel?
About him as a person?
So we know who we're talking about. This was also built for Kaiser Wilhelm II in 1898 as part of respects to his visit here to the Holy Land.
Levi. שואל אותו?
We're gonna give him 1 shekel. Here we have shuka bisamim.
So this is the
Yeah, they have very good kebab here. اهلا وسهلا.
اهلا حواري
بروح الشيف ما نشوف.
سيدي
كيف يبقى لي كنوت كثير. Okay, this is Abu Kisli.
Hi, Abu Kisli.
And he's been here since 1947, so he had struggles actually for those 19 years when he just opened up to actually get his produce in. But he has some of the freshest produce here, which is pretty cool. Here is one of the secret spots of Jerusalem, which really connects all 4 quarters as we climb onto the rooftops of the city. So have you been here before?
Are we filming? We're not filming. We're just sitting.
What is their buddy's name?
He doesn't have a name yet.
No name yet?
No name yet.
Soon. When did you get it?
Yeah, what a...
Like now.
Oh my gosh!
So Levi was saying we were sitting here, really it was quiet, there was literally no one here.
שים אותו בחוץ, רוצה שהוא ירוץ, יכיר קצת.
And then it became chaotic. It's a very overwhelming day in its life, in its bunny life. But you're safe with us.
I guess my rabbit will be part of the story.
Your rabbit is absolutely part of this vlog. He's the main character of the vlog.
Here we have the Armenian Quarter. So the Armenian Quarter is generally the quieter quarter. We won't see so many people, unlike the Jewish or the Christian or the Muslim Quarter, which was incredibly busy. Here we have alleyways with less people walking through. The reason being, there's just less Armenians here. It is very, very less. So who are the Armenian people and why do they have a quarter for themselves? The Armenians claim to be the first country who take Christianity upon themselves. They're not the first ones to claim that they were the first ones. The Ethiopians also claim to be the first ones to accept Christianity, but in the year 311, Armenia then becomes an official Christian state. Armenia today has its issues with Israel. Quite recently it recognized, anyway, we won't get into it because that's not the point. So Armenians, they recognize Christianity and they claim to be living in this region for the past 1,700 years. So that's a long time to be here in home. In 1915, there was an Armenian massacre, recognized as some countries as a genocide, where the Armenian people were killed by the Ottoman people and they came down here to Jerusalem to find refuge. So they find refuge inside the corner when they then have these closed communities which are protected from being massacred. This was in the midst of World War I. So historically, from 1,700 years ago until today, Armenians settle in this quarter.
Oh, I know where we are.
Opa,
Wasn't that hard, but now I get where we are. Guys, this is Jacob. Some of you guys will know Jacob because he appears in his lovely self with his Jewish stand. And I want to ask you a question. What do you feel about the old city when you come here every morning? You see everything. You see all the religions. You see the blend.
First of all, welcome to Jerusalem.
Thank you.
I say again, this is my verse, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Because Jerusalem is not easy. It's very difficult to live in it because a lot of spiritual warfare in it. And to live here, it's you need to be strong by faith. You can see the people who love you. and you can see the people who hate you. And I love to know who's the people they hate us, you know. It's important to know and to pray for them.
You just said something that I actually really agree with, because we're commanded to pray for our enemies.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are thinking that you're being asked to do something impossible, but you and I are doing this. Tell me what the benefit is for praying for your enemies.
It is when you have this commanded, like when he tell you love God from all your heart and love your enemy and pray for your enemy. It's mean you have to be broken from inside and then to do this will. This is how he is. To do this step is you have to understanding what are you doing. You put the seed of love. When you put the seed of love here, that's the roots will become more growing. Even if it's with Ishmael or even with Abraham or with Moses people.
So for you, the roots are love.
To love the others, even if it's difficult, but we have to love. But the most important thing is what I learned, we have to love ourselves first. To love the temple who's living inside in me. If I love it, I can love the others. If I will not, I'm not going to love the others.
So it's ahavta l'recha kamocha.
Amen.
Yeah.
And I love you.
We love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Amen, amen.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to the cafe. So guys, we were here for the night spectacular, and this is the cafe when you come out. What do you love the most about the old city?
So I very much connect to what the other people said. The first thing I gaze at when I see the old city are the magnificent walls that surround it. There are not many cities nowadays which have walls surrounding it, which are still standing like our city is still standing. I find it to be a spiritual beacon, a place that draws people to it. As many said, hard to explain why, but when you feel it, you want to be inside, you want to be in its presence. And while you are there, you kind of feel sort of an uplifting sensation.
You are a person of faith. You believe in God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does the old city make you feel sometimes close to God? And does it ever make you feel not so close to God?
There's this great guideline book called the Bible, and which really talks about Jerusalem a lot. And in this book, it says that King David chooses this place as the place where Akedat Yitzchak happened, when Abraham brings Isaac. And then God rests his presence in this place. God may have pulled back at a point, but we can definitely see how he resides here. 3,000 years later, since after the times of King David, still tens of thousands of millions of people every single year want to come here because they feel that pull. I would be naive to say that their feelings are baseless. It's something that I feel in my bones that changes me when I wake up. I believe in the strength and the power of prayer, and this is a capital and a focus for that. So if God rests here and the prayer rests here, both of those create this beacon of spirituality inside of this place. So definitely it does make me feel closer to God, makes me appreciate God. It makes me also acknowledge God, because look, me and you, we sat here today, we walked around. How much about God did we talk about? How much did the local residents talk about God? This is something that is on people's tongues, it's on people's minds day in and day out there. I think it's a very a light, an uplifting mentality to move forward in life instead of to be stagnant.
Is there something that you feel like this place causes you to wonder about God, that you might ask in your heart or ask him to know what things mean or who he is or what things are?
Actually, it's a good question. It confuses me more about God. There are three major religions here. We've got Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Not all of them think they're the right religion, but the people who follow them believe that they are the right religion, hence that's why they follow it. The more I learn about the different religions and the beliefs and the faiths, and I can see the dedicated and commitment of these people day in and day out what they do, the more it confuses me about God. So it's like, what's going on here? You know, everyone has full faith that they're correct, that's why they follow this pathway. They don't actually contradict each other. They have a lot more in common than they do that they don't have in common. As we said, the two messiahs we'll start with. The second thing is, you know, water being a purification element. They all agree with that. They all believe in prayer. They all believe in, well, the Jews and Christians pretty much believe in the same holidays with different names and slightly different times, but pretty much the same holidays. Muslims have their own holidays and believe in holy prayer to it. So I see a lot more commonality between it. And for that, I think, once again with confusion, what is God doing? Like, Why don't we all, focus? Well, why is there not peace here? If there's so much commonality between them, why do I see a lot of friction between the people?
We've had a beautiful, wonderful day. It's also breezy, which is nice for us because it's going to get very hot and very not breezy, and then you're just a puddle of sweat, and that's not fun for anyone because I hate sweating. Anyways, we had a lot of fun today. Mr. Levi here is here all year round. We don't know, but you should check it out because if I had fun today, I'm sure that you guys will have fun. I'm going to put all of the links to his Instagram and his website below so you guys can enjoy that. And I want to say that I appreciate you guys so much for being here all the time. I read your comments. I don't always have the time to write back and comment to everyone, but know that I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And bye from Mr. Levi and I.
Come discover Jerusalem.
Come discover Jerusalem. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.
The story of Jerusalem is yet before you. See it and join me on my wonderful walk, walking on the walls of the ancient city of Jerusalem.
Ta-da!
So
guys, he literally means we are walking. So you can see, if you were to look from the other way, you would see the city walls, and there's Yamin Moshe.